Okay, dear candidate, good evening. Today we are going to focus on a particular form types of competitive exam that the government launched some few weeks ago. The exams that is the National School of Local Administration, and this course, citizenship education, is mostly for the Cycle B students. Now, the topic we are going to focus on this evening is the administrative organization of Cameroon. Good. We'll have the introduction, will be the definitions of key terms. And remember, I told that we're going to study the administration, the administrative organization of Cameroon. So we cannot just start studying such without defining the key terms of this particular topic. We'll start with the definition of administration. What do you understand by the term administration? Now, take note, dear candidates, that administration is the process of managing a government or institution. Now, in a political sense, administration is the function of a state. Now, you have authority. What do you understand by authority? Authority refers to the power to make and enforce laws or policy within a state or institution. Remember, you have administration. For administration to exist, authority must also exist. Now, you have power. What do you understand by the term power? Power is the capacity to affect another's behavior by the threat of sanction. The sanction may be negative or positive. Then you have law or rule of law. When we talk about rule of law, we mean the supremacy of law over everybody. Rule of law is seen as a provision made by the Constitution with emphasis on inclusion of the principle of individual rights. Then we have sovereignty. What do you understand by the term sovereignty? Sovereignty means the supreme power and authority of the state over the citizen. It is the power of the state to make laws and enforce them with all the means without any interference by other states. Then you have now delegation of power. Delegation of power. What do you understand by the term delegation of powers? Delegation of power is the act of transferring the exercise of giving powers and functions to others, person, office, or organization, such as ministry, local government, and public corporation. Then you have abuse of power. What do you understand by the term abuse of power? Abuse of power. Abuse of power is using powers for negative ends. It refers to acting outside the limits of one's power. Then you have civil service. Civil service is a body or department in the executive arm of government. It has the duties of assisting the political executive in planning and implementation of government policy. Public opinion, define the term public opinion. Public opinion may be different as the belief, values, attitude, which are commonly held, and expressed by the majority of the people on a given public issue. Then you have separation of powers. Separation of powers. Separation of power is defined as the division of political powers and functions in a democratic state among the three arms of government, which are the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Then you have decentralization. We talk about decentralization, right? It is mostly the transfer of power from the central government to the local collectivities and services. Now, Take note that decentralization leads to quick development, absence of dictatorship and political unity. So to define decentralization, we simply say that it is a transfer of power from the central or main government to the local authority. And take note that the actors who promote decentralization in Cameroon are both regional and municipal councillors. We define now regionalism. Regionalism, what do you understand by the term regionalism? It means the political division of a state into partial autonomous regions. It is having interest and loyalty to a particular region. Good. We have defined the various key terms that we shall be analyzing in this particular topic. So we'll move now to examine another important subtopic, characteristic of the administration. What are the characteristics of the administration? First, administration is written, not verbal. It is what? Written and not what? Verbal. Meaning that what? Anything dealing with administration must be put in writing, not through words. It is based on hierarchy, right? For example, let's talk about the region. When we talk about the region, whenever the number one personnel in the region is the governor. After the governor, you have his assistants and the rest. It's still the same thing with the nation. Whenever the number one of the personnel of the country or the nation is a head of state. Now, you have the next. The administrators are appointed by presidential decree, ministerial decision, DO's order, letters of services. Administrative public workers can be transferred, punished, dismissed, or retired. It is characterized by many ills such as corruption, bribing, nepotism, tribalism, ethnicity, favoritism. Now, they are administrative secrets, that is, information that is known and circulates only among top administrators. It always gives a grace period before difficult decisions are implemented. Administrators are paid allowance according to their grade or categories. Such allowance may include car and risk allowance. These are the characteristics of administration. Now we move now to examine the quality of a good administrator. What are the quality of a good administrator? First, you have the character. He or she should have the consistency to stick the truth and to set priority in the quality of being complete and unimpaired. Leadership. Some people are born leaders. Leadership quality can be acquired by being open-minded and emotionally based balance, being of good behavior in order to pass sound judgment which promote justice and peace. You have working environment. He or she create a conducive working environment. That is an environment void of hatred, gossip, lies telling, cheating, and complaint. It should create an environment of love and certainty. Love and certainty. Collaboration. He or she collaborates with others. There are many aspects of collaboration which can help enhance good leadership. Celebrate with your collaborator. You have motivation. He or she motivate and be motivated. Motivation is a sign of appreciation and recognition of excellence. So motivation influence output. So you have now security, which is the last. Like he or she provides security. There are many forms of security, spiritual, financial, and moral. Give people their duties. Avoid creating a feeling of being cheated. Good. So this at this particular level, we have studied we have studied, we have defined all the various particular important key terms, and we have seen the characteristic of administration, and we have seen the quality of a good administration. So after studying this particular aspect, our next video will carry out now on local what council. Let me not say decentralization, and under decentralization, we're going to look at these councils and the rest and types of decentralization too, and we are going to analyze it very well. Now, dear candidate, for those of you who are based in Yaoundé, right, and you are in search for a preparative group that will prepare you for this exam, the National School of Local Administration, as well as ENAM, right? And you are in Yaoundé, please. Success Forum is one of the Anglophones preparative uh, group that prepares students very well to target or to tackle such exam. Many people, especially from the Anglophone background, have succeeded to the national exams thanks to this group, Success Forum. Now, to get in contact with or to know more about the Success Forums, and you also wish to join the WhatsApp group to also know more about the group, you are free to contact the following number: 683 99 73 64, 654 05 1084, and 679 92 1992 17. Good. This course was presented to you by Sir Moses. Thank you very much.